Hi, my name is Isaia Rappaport, I'm in Chanukah, and I'm in Reviser Shir. So, before we light the candles of the menorah, and then quickly bolt to the couch to get our presents, like I do, let us analyze what's really going on by the lighting of the menorah, and try to tap into something a little deeper. So as we know, there are many mitzvahs we do that before the actual mitzvah, we say a bracha. And in Gemara Pesachim on Daf Zayin, it discusses the process of bedikas chametz and bir chametz. And it's going back and forth of whether to say al bir chametz in the bracha or le va'er chametz. Seemingly it's the same thing. On the shallow surface, just pick one and move on. But the Rosh tells us otherwise. He explains that in order to determine whether to say al or le in the bracha being made, one must first determine how long it will take for the mitzvah to be completed. He explains that if it's a mitzvah that will be completed immediately, then you say al in the bracha. And if it's a mitzvah that will take a longer process, a prolonged amount of time, then you say le. For example, for al nitilas yadayim, it's a quick mitzvah, so you say al nitilas yadayim. For the mitzvah of saying Hallel, since it's a longer mitzvah and takes a longer process, you say le kros Hallel. So based on this, the Rosh asks, by Chanukah, why do we say le hadlik ner? Seemingly, the mitzvah is you light the candles and it's finished. It's a quick mitzvah, so it should be al hadlakas ner. The Rosh goes on to explain an answer by discussing the difference between kiyam mitzvah and chiyav mitzvah. But in addition to his answer, perhaps there's something very deep that this idea is teaching us about Chanukah. So the Kedushas Levi reveals to us that all Jewish holidays are corresponding to our senses. For example, he explains that Purim connects to hearing, because we hear the Megillah, Pesach connects to tasting, because we taste the matzah and maror, and Chanukah, he explains, is connected to seeing, because we see the lights of the menorah. So, seemingly, the mitzvah is not just to light the menorah, but there's also an idea of seeing the light. Now perhaps this seeing is not merely physical seeing, and the light is not merely physical light. Perhaps it's an analogy to teach us something very deep. Now imagine you're in a dark room, and you can't see anything around you. And then all of a sudden, the lights get turned on, and you see there's a chair in the corner, pictures on the wall. Does that mean that when the lights were off, the room was empty, and that chair wasn't there, and the pictures weren't there? Or does it mean that the light was just revealing what was really there the entire time? With this analogy, we can explain a very deep meaning into seeing light of the menorah. So as we know, Chanukah and its story has very big miracles. It has the oil that naturally should not have lasted as long as it did, and the war that the Jews naturally should not have won, but did. But does that mean that those are the only miracles, and there were no other miracles that were going on and that do go on? No. There are many other miracles that are just in that dark room and are not going to be revealed to us until we turn on the light and see that they were there the entire time. And perhaps that is why Chanukah is during the winter. It's dark, it's cold, you're in that dark room. But just like the dark room, where we have to turn on the light to reveal what was really there the entire time, by Chanukah we have to light the menorah and look at the light to reveal the many nisim and miracles that happen daily, every second, that are really there the entire time. So now, back to the question of the Rosh. So why is the bracha before lighting the menorah lihadlik, which implies a longer process, and not al hadlakas, which is a quick mitzvah? You light the menorah and you're done. So this idea of seeing the light that teaches us to turn on the light in that dark room and see the many miracles going on daily is not a mitzvah that ends after you light the menorah. It's not a mitzvah that ends after Chanukah. It's a mitzvah that lasts forever. This mitzvah of lihadlik ner is teaching us a life lesson that lasts our entire lives. That we have to turn the light and not only see the big miracles, but really see all the other small miracles that are really there the the entire time. Just because we can't see them does not necessarily mean they don't exist. So with this, we can learn Chanukah is not just about remembering the miracles that happened thousands of years ago. It's also about revealing the miracles that are happening right now. But they're just in that dark room and we have to turn on the light. Have a great Chanukah.